A few months ago, I began tracking my cycle on a daily basis, and I noticed a pattern the days before my period. Every month, from one day to another, I experienced these strong emotions, this exhaustion, and this feeling of not being beautiful or good enough.
I have self-doubts right now, but I don't feel good in my body. I just want to feel enough and beautiful. I don't.
It's the autumn, or also called the luteal phase, the phase we enter before we start bleeding, the phase when all I see are faults, problems, and things that need to change. For a few days in a row, I feel uncomfortable, tired, and exhausted. My mood is crazy. It changes, I feel like, every single hour. So I wake up with good energy. 1 hour later, I start crying. Then I'm happy again. Then I start crying again. Then I'm angry. I really don't know what's going on, but it's crazy. My mood changes are incredible. This phase of the menstrual cycle fascinates but also frustrates me the most. And for too long, I blamed myself. I would feel bad for eating more than usual. I would feel guilty for not having the energy to push through an intense workout. Instead of blaming myself, I wonder why no one told me that due to hormonal changes, it's okay to feel the way I feel. Why did no one tell me that I'm not lost, depressed, or crazy? Why did no one tell me that it's okay? There is so much I still have to learn, manage, and figure out. Like, what can I do when there's a time every month that feels so irritating and helpless? How can I use this time? And instead of working against it, how can I work with it? I think every season has its own superpowers. And the key is to find out for you and your body what those powers are in each phase of the cycle. You have to look within, find out what you truly need, stop giving yourself such a hard time, and let go of society's expectations and ideals of how a woman should behave or how a woman should be like. Every autumn, I feel less energized and less social. I favor alone time, I turn inward. And while this might sound sad and lonely, it also brings time. Time for clarity, self-reflection, focus, and figuring out what I truly want. Autumn can still be a productive time to get things done, as long as we go at our own pace. And even though energy might be lower, we can still move. It doesn't have to be that high, intense workout all the time. It can also be yoga, stretching, or a wonderful long walk. Don't feel the pressure to perform all the time. Respect where you're at and say no. Say no to the things you want to say no to. It's okay. For most of my life, I thought that a period was just an inconvenient week of bleeding. A week of bleeding that I didn't have for a really long time because I was living a life of extremes. Younger me always wanted to be extraordinary. She wanted to be good, and when good didn't feel good enough anymore, she wanted to be perfect. Younger me woke up super early. She started to exercise and work. She started to skip meals, lose weight, exercise more, work more. She wanted to fit in, so she skipped more meals, lost more weight, exercised more, worked more, until she lost herself. But not just herself, but also her period. It was a lifestyle that a lot of people would say is inspiring. But to me, it was a lifestyle that messed up my hormones and that made me lose my period for years. Not having a period made me miss out on so many things. And it was when I focused on getting it back that I started to notice how important it is. As I start to bleed every month, I feel a huge relief. It feels like a cleaning process. The uncomfortable feeling, the bloating, the pressure, and all the tension, it slowly goes. I never thought I would say that, but every month I look forward to being on my period. It's a sign of my body that I'm healthy. I'm doing my laundry here, and I want to show you the period underwear. This is also what I'm wearing right now. This is a pretty high model, so it's like very high waist. I also have some more low-waisted ones, but this is how I protect myself from bleeding into my pants. I always wear period underwear. I personally love it. The winter or menstruation phase to me is really about listening and taking the time to do the things that nourish me physically, mentally, and emotionally. Every cycle and every winter phase is different. In some winters, I start to feel more energized. I'm ready for more intense cardio and strength workouts. But in other months, all I need is more rest. Which sounds easy, but it can be very challenging. In a world where rest is rarely respected and where there's so much pressure to always do more and more, it can be tough to just take a step back and simply rest. The thing is, it's up to every single one of us that we make the most out of each season, to listen carefully and be mindful of what we truly need. Maybe for you, winter means to stay in pajamas all day, skip a workout, and eat your favorite comfort meal. It's okay. Don't compare yourself or what you feel in winter or in another season to someone else. We are all so unique and we all experience each phase of our cycle so differently. Spring, or the follicular phase, the phase for new beginnings and for starting over. Bleeding stops, estrogen levels are rising, and energy starts to come back. You know you're in spring when you feel glowing, when you feel that inner spark, and when you feel social and creative again. Spring is to dream big, enjoy more time with friends, and to put yourself out there.
Guess what? You can eat the spoon.
It's a time for more intense workouts, for runs, super sweaty HIIT workouts, lifting some weights, and feeling unstoppable. Now we can challenge ourselves again and push for that extra rep. It's just that I'm so happy, and that I'm so happy to be a woman, and I just feel all the energy right now kicking in, and it makes me forget about all the shitty days that I had before, because right now I'm so happy. In general, I'm less hungry, but I have energy. I don't want to stay at home. Instead, I want to be around people, try and learn new things like dancing. Entering summer, or the ovulation phase, begins about 14 days after the first day of our period. Let's get ready. I'm just so high energy today. Don't know why. Life feels easy and everything seems to come together. We feel strong, sexy, productive, and confident. We suddenly feel more flirty, more attracted to boys or girls, and maybe a little more in love than usual. Our bodies in this phase are basically preparing us for the possibility of pregnancy. And maybe you do want a baby, but maybe you don't. Summer isn't just about pregnancy. It also brings a list of other exciting possibilities. Growing, not just physically, but also mentally. Nailing it in your professional life, raising your game, or simply enjoying your life. Summer is great. Great to explore, enjoy, go on dates. Today is such a social day. I'm gonna meet a friend, we grab a coffee, and then I have a date. Most of us prefer, love, and embrace the more sunny phases of the cycle. I get it, but the thing is we can't hang out here forever. Summer, as every other season, comes to an end too, and with that, there's always another cycle and always another autumn waiting. Considering all that we go through in just a few weeks over and over again, I hope you understand how important it is to be aware of how your cycle impacts your life. There are many ups, many downs, but it can be a beautiful journey. We get the chance to experience life in so many different ways throughout each phase, and we are able to feel the full range of emotions. Remember that every cycle can be different. Maybe 1 month you really feel the need to move during menstruation and the workout is really what you're craving. Maybe another month all you want to do is rest. The key is to listen to your body and your unique needs. That being said, I want to mention that it's so important to check up on the health of your cycle by visiting your gynecologist or your doctor regularly and discussing any medical concerns you may have with them. I know that visiting the gynecologist, it can feel scary, awkward, or annoying, but try to look at it as a self-care activity that you are doing because you care about your body and you care about your health. Whether you have a regular cycle or experience problems with your cycle, please take the time to check to make sure your body is working okay. For those struggling with your period, I just want to say that my heart goes out to you because I've been there. I want to tell you that there is hope. You can get your period back. I did, and it has been one of the most healing experiences of my life. I believe in you. Take care of yourselves, girls. I love you so much. Whatever you're going through right now, remember you are not alone.